There's no shortage of these online. Chinese made, Class D, don't cost very much, and obviously the West can't compete. Or can they? Because I found a brand new British made amplifier for under £100. That's coming up next. Hello again. Well, as I said, I think on previous videos, I'm getting more and more loath to buy from certain countries. Now, if you're, a cash-strapped young audiophile, it's then very difficult to avoid stuff from these countries. So this is an example I've used. And I've got this second-hand. But this is a Knob Sound or Duke Audio Class D amplifier. And I have to say it sounds pretty good, because I don't know how much that they cost new, but they're tens of pounds rather than hundreds. I mean, it says it's 50 watts. I don't think it is, but it sounds pretty good. And the trouble is, of course, the West can't compete with this, or so you'd think. Because if you'd asked me a while back what's the cheapest British made amplifier, I'd say, I might have said the Riga IO, or there's the Edwards Audio do one, but I think they're kind of £300-400. So I was surprised when I found and bought a British brand new amplifier made in the northwest of England, and it cost me £99.99 delivered. Now, previously, what I've done to try and avoid buying from China is do what I did this, which is buy second-hand. And you can get some pretty good bargains second-hand, but you might not want to do that. You might want to buy new. And of course, if you buy from Britain, I think I've got a lot, if something goes wrong, I think I've got a far better chance of getting support or my money back than something that comes from, somewhere in Shenzhen province or something. So, what amplifier is it? Well, it is this. And this is the Temple Audio Bantam Stealth. And according to the website, everything is made in the northwest of England. That's the PCB, the casing, all made. So, let's have a look at it. Well, it's simplicity itself, frankly. On the front, you've got an on-off switch, and you've got left and right RCA phono inputs. Around the back, you've got a DC in, and you've got proper speaker binding posts. It's not maybe the most elegant system, having it all coming in the front and not in the back, but it's quite small, so you can kind of see there's probably not going to be enough room to put the RCAs in the back unless it was a lot bigger. The other thing you'll notice about this is that there is no volume control, because this is a pure Class D power amp. So how does it sound? I was trying to think of an analogy for this, and I've seen the demographics of this channel, and you're not teenagers, so I imagine some of you might get this reference. But when I was younger, there was a thing on TV called Opportunity Knocks, and there was Huey Green was it, and it was a talent show. And what they had was a thing called the clapometer, which sounds like something you might get in an STD clinic. But no, what it was is that there was a way of judging how the studio audience viewed the acts, was that they clap, and the louder they clap, the more the clapometer went up, and the one that got the highest won. But Huey would always say, well, that's just for fun. It's what your votes that count. And I think that's the way you need to view internet reviews like this, because this is how it sounds in my imperfect room with my imperfectly placed speakers, etc. It may sound different in yours, but I liked it. I found that being Class D, it maybe went better with a warm preamplifier, so I tried it with my NAD 1020, and I thought it sounded more sort of fulsome than when I tried it with my maybe more sort of clinically sounded Myriad. Given the size of this thing, this isn't going to blow your socks off if if you're in the Albert Hall and you're not going to be able to fill it with music from this. But it's actually surprised got quite a bit of poke to it. And I found it for a small to medium room. It was perfectly fine, volume wise. Having said that, these are quite cheap, and although I haven't tried this myself, I don't see why you couldn't buy amp them. Now, before you write in, I know this isn't proper buy amping, but what you do is you get 2 Y adapters for a preamplifier, and you put one of these behind each speaker, and then you put one of these into the tweeter and one of these into the woofer speaker sockets if you have them, and then usually they've got sort of bridges between them, and you take them out. Your speakers might not have that, but I don't see any reason why you can't, and that would double the dose, double sort of the volume, or it wouldn't double the volume maybe, but double sort of the power going into it. Oh, and because this is Class D, you can't sort of bridge them. There is a cheaper way, and I tried this, and what you can do is I've powered it from my iPad. So I took a 3.5mm stereo jack here to 2 RCAs, and I control the volume with this. Wasn't quite as loud when I did that, and it may be because the output of the iPad is less, but it worked and it sounded good as well. So there we go, the Temple Audio Bantam Stealth. It's on the Temple Audio website for £120, but it's regularly on eBay for £99, and it's British, so you get the glow of feeling good and that you're doing something, I think, positive for the West. Hope that's been of interest. Thanks for watching.